Racing games are some of the most thrilling kind of mobile gaming, and about half of the new games we get every month are either racing, driving. They offer a wide variety of experiences, and today we're kicking off 20 of the best, mostly offline racing and driving games of 2023 for your Android and iOS devices as well. Let's go. Number one, we're gonna start off with something affordable. No matter the kind of phone you're using, this is perhaps one of the top 5 best off-road driving games of all time on phones from one of the biggest mobile game developers too on the platform. Off-Road 4x4 here's a free game to begin with, playable online and offline, and for the graphics that it offers, the 200 megabytes it asks for is insanely well-rounded. Game smooth, you can go with this one with a controller and won't have to pay a cent for anything you don't want to. Rush Rally Origin, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite game on the list, or probably one of all time, for the whole year actually now, because I've personally been always a sucker for top-down games, and it's been a long time since I've been waiting on a Death Rally makeover. But if you've ever played the old 3D Realms game, which is a top-down racing shooter, this game is way more fun than that with its main focus on racing. It's not free though, it takes you down about $5 for the full game, and there's a free demo playable offline. Sitting on the App Store with over 100 million downloads and a 4.5 out of 5, the most downloaded game in the list today, we have over here since 2018 Asphalt 9. Single-handedly to this day even the most visually and technically advanced offline and online racing game on the Google Play and the App Store. It's a bit of a pay-to-win game, and most of the cars take a really long time to get if you don't want to pay for them, but the game's free, it's playable offline, like I said, the frames can get up to 120 if you want, and it's a very fine-tuned game in nature, also with crossplay. Number 4 we have from the same old developers of Tokyo Commute Simulator. I actually mentioned this one a few days ago. After quite some time of development, we've got a new game here called New York City Taxi, which is simply just a taxi sim that takes place, you guessed it, in New York, where you're supposed to live the life of a very skilled taxi driver and navigate the city's road network while providing kind of a top-notch transportation service to passengers. Here's a trailer, game's about 200 megabytes in size, it's playable often, and this is how it really looks. With over 1 million downloads since only 2 months ago. If you missed it, one of the most anticipated racing games of 2023. Bear with me guys, I know I've mentioned this one a couple of times before, but yeah, it's Ace Racers, available on both platforms with almost a 5 out of 5 on the Play Store and the App Store. It's a racing game, racing sim, taking you down about 2 gigabytes in storage. Very generous game, maybe the most generous in the list. In customization, the gameplay is fast-paced as hell, it's free, and has a ton of cars to unlock with only in-app purchases. Hands down, the best action racer of all time in mobile gaming. Coming as a first work of its developers, already downloaded 1 million times since a month ago. That's insane for a racing game, actually. We've got here Asian Drag Championship, which is an online, mainly a platform-style bike riding sim, where you race against AI enemies, not multiplayer, but hell of a rewarding system as extra bonus and a really high replay value for its type. It's a free one, give it a shot, it's about 300 megabytes in size and quite hefty in content too. You probably know this, but this is just a quick reminder since it's not officially announced, but somehow available to play through a few unofficial websites. We've got over here a Need for Speed Online game, which is probably one of the most advanced games in visual in the list today, and something entirely different from the series' predecessors in terms of just experience. Here's a link down in the description, give it a shot. There's a problem, the game is about 5 gigabytes in size, and it might not work for you, but if it did, it's a hell of a game. It's playable offline at the moment, and it's kind of a buggy, but keep that in mind. Coming from a well-known developers whose specialty is in just car crashing games. Number 8, we have the only game in the list today I can guarantee you're gonna like if you simply like to play mobile games. These folks have made so many driving games that they took the whole car crashing element to a whole new level. It's actually the company's maybe 50th or 60th game to this day. All driving games. Has a 5 out of 5 on the Play Store. This one takes down about 250 megabytes and already downloaded about 10,000 times. Because we want retribution. not behind that, with a 4.5 out of 5 and over 100,000 downloads for a month only, it is Rally Horizon. I mentioned Rally Horizon a few times. It's coming from the same creators of Heat Gear, another racing game that's downloaded a million times. But Rally Horizon is in fact a neck and head above anything, let alone the company's previous works, that they had to offer to this day as a free game. It's, as of last week, playable offline, game has an app purchases only, lots of cars, events, maps, and an almost console quality graphics. Give it a shot. And at number 10, it is Hard Racing, which has to be one of the most legitimate free-to-play racing games I've had to play that comes from a new developer. It's playable both online and offline. The ads are optional if you like, for a little bit of extra rewards. Hard Racing takes you about 300 megabytes, just like the previous game, delivers a lot of content and quality. It's a mystery why it's even a free game to begin with. This is how it really looks, and it's actually getting gameplay refinements almost every week.
Вот. На кольцо шла к тебе. Сюда смотрите.